Good morning. Welcome back to our Kentishtownkitchen on a sunny Sunday social isolation coronavirus day. We're just trying to bring a little bit of fun and joy from our home to yours in this period. So it's post-birthday brunch for Jamie. We're gonna do something simple that we love, just some poached eggs on toast with some smashed spicy avocado. But first we're gonna start with a mimosa to get the day off right. I think what I wanted to say, it's important in this time where we're all isolated to reconnect with friends and family and take a little time to make a nice table, to maybe add a picture or postcard of something in a moment where we can't travel. It's nice to add a postcard or a memento of a special place to your tablescape, or a picture of loved ones that you can't be with while you're doing. So take the extra time to really make a pretty table and indulge, whether it's by yourself, you deserve it. So we've set our table already for breakfast, and I'm gonna start off by making us some really simple mimosas. Fresh squeezed orange juice, half a bottle of champagne because we're gonna be reasonable. And I like my mimosas really simple. So usually 1/3 orange juice, 2/3 champagne, no garnish. Anyway, so I'm gonna make these up and we'll be right back to go on with our breakfast. So I like to use a really nice rye bread. We have an incredible local baker called Bread by Bike, and they do this beautiful seeded rye. So I'm just gonna cut a couple slices to make toast. We're gonna grill that. I don't have a toaster, so I just use the oven and the grill cycle. We're gonna pop that in the oven in a second. We're gonna toast that up. To do the avocado, I just with a mortar and pestle, but you can actually just do this dry out of a tin. I have a cashmere chili, some peppercorns, and some cumin seeds. And I like the mortar and pestle. These were gifts from a good friend, and every time I use them, it reminds me of her. She's a fantastic cook. And there's something sort of ceremonial about using the mortar and pestle. Put it on a little towel if you don't want to bang around. And just grind that up. So that's my spice mixture. That's going to go into the bigger bowl, to which I'm going to add some lime juice. So probably 1 lime. Essentially you're making kind of guacamole. And my avocado. Make sure they're pretty ripe so they squish up nicely. I like to do this quite chunky. And it just goes right into the mortar and pestle with your spice. I'm going to use 2 avocados. Juice of about 1/2 a lime to taste. I like to add a little smoked paprika. You can use regular paprika or no paprika. And then you can adapt this as you like. You can add garlic as well. I did a little wilted spinach with some garlic that I like to put on the toast instead. So I'm not gonna put garlic in the avocado. Just scoop it out. These are nice organic avocados, perfectly ripe. I'm gonna put some salt. Again, I like my sea salt crystal flakes, and I'm just gonna mash it up. Just kind of crush it till it's like the texture that you like. Kind of scraping on the bottom so you get all that spicy pepper and cumin mixture. Okay. And now we're gonna go to our toast and poach the eggs. Okay, so now we're gonna put these guys together. We have our beautiful grilled rye toast. So you can use sourdough or any bread you like. I love the seeded rye because it gives texture and depth. We've got our beautiful avocado. So I'm just gonna smash that onto the bread. You know, it doesn't have to be perfect. It's nice, a little bit rustic. I like to be generous with the avocado. And smush that in. And then I did a little bit of sauteed spinach. But you can just cook in a pan. I threw a garlic clove in there and then took the clove out. That just adds some green vitamins. We love spinach. Then smoked salmon. So I use a non-farm raised. I like a wild salmon. This is sockeye, which is a little bit darker. Love the rich red color, and I'm just gonna lay a little bit of salmon on top of the spinach and avocado. Not, again, don't go crazy about it. It looks nice. Just sort of throw it on there. And it's kind of already in little pieces, so. And again, be generous with the salmon. Okay, that works like that. I'm gonna do a poached egg on top, and I'm gonna show you how I do my poached egg. It's really easy. Okay, so to poach the egg, everyone gets really nervous about poaching egg. It's quite easy, but a couple tips to help you. Don't add salt to the water. Something about the salt breaks up the egg white. I add a capful of white vinegar, any white vinegar, into the water, which really helps the egg set. And then you want to get your water simmering and hot, but not boiling. So a trick to make it a little easier is I'm using organic free-range eggs, is put it in a little bit, a saucer or a teacup, which is easier to lower it into the water, and give the water a little swirl, like a whirlpool. Get that going, and into that, drop your egg into the water. And that will help it stay together. So 2 to 3 minutes, depending on how runny you like your yolk. I usually do 3 minutes. If you're gonna add another egg, give the first egg a second to set, and then again, get a little movement in your water, and you're gonna just sort of gently slip it into the water. The stronger or thicker egg white will stay to the yolk. The kind of more fluid white will sort of float away. So we're gonna give that 2 to 3 minutes, and then we're gonna plate it, and we'll be ready to eat brunch. Okay, so we've got our nicely poached eggs. I did about 3 minutes. These are gonna be a little bit on the runny side, which is nice. And you can see that they kind of kept their shape pretty well. I try to get most of the water off. You can use a paper towel a little bit to dab it, but it kind of evaporates. And then I just lay those on top. I leave the little bit of white on that sort of, some people like to trim them, but I mean, again, this is home, not a restaurant. And then I'm gonna garnish that with a little bit of chopped dill or chopped cilantro. I actually like both, so just mix it up. And a little bit, again, you can do a little bit of our smoked paprika. And we're good to go.